welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing really well. Today we're talking about Q2 favorites. I have quite the list and I feel like it's a nice update from last quarter, so we're gonna jump straight into it with makeup. I have two lipstick favorites. The first one is already on my lips. This has been, I feel like, everyone's obsession recently. This is K Beauty's lip blur in the shade True Tone. This is what it looks like on me. The footage is slightly color corrected, so it will not be, ironically, that true to tone, but yeah, this is how it looks. I feel like it's such a stunning everyday lip color. It is not a transfer pore formula. I don't think they made it to be. I think the priority is comfort and color. This is both of that. Next favorite of this quarter has been a somewhat recent find. This is Bobbi Brown's Extra Color Shine Brilliance Intense in the shade Nude Rose. This is kind of like the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Sticks. This is kind of similar formula, but this shade, it's just literal perfection. They have another shade also. I think it was like more browny peachy. It was so stunning and I had such a hard time picking between the two, but ultimately decided to go with this one. She's so good. She is so good. Just go and buy it blindly. Just trust me on this. If you buy anything, let it be this or the K Beauty lip blur. And I mentioned it at the start of the video itself, so you know you're getting bang for your buck with this one. Next makeup highlight is this Dream Beauty highlighter. It's a brand that I recently came across, but this specific product, the highlighter, is the most insane thing I've ever put on my face. I don't know what they put in this, but it is just magnifique. Like, look at how glowy and glossy that makes me look. Obviously, I've done a bad job with the blending. It adds something that as a non-highlighter person, I never actually understood. And I think the Fave mirror glaze changed things for me. Honestly, I feel like both the Fave one and this are like at the same level, but I just had to mention this in today's video because I found it in this quarter. So good. The last makeup favorite is Type Beauty Skin Tint. I'm gonna shake this up because I think there's been a little bit of separation, but this makes my skin look so good. I don't know what they have done to this, but it just looks so dewy and so good on the skin. I will try to link like a video where I'm already wearing it for you to get like the first hand look. So worth the price, and I really hope you try it out because these are the 4 makeup finds in this quarter that have really been floating my boat. Next category is hair care, and as much as I hate to admit it, something about this is very good. I have very fine hair, and I was speaking to my manager Anushka from Test. She was like, oh, you know, I almost bought it, but then I also had read up that it's much better for fine hair, so maybe there is some truth to that because this works so well on my hair. It just slips so beautifully. It conditions it, like actually conditions it in a very relatively small amount of time compared to other masks I've tried. I feel like it just makes my hair look so shiny and healthy, and I'm dying to get another one because this is fully empty. It also smells insane. It's oh my god, I wish I had more bottles of this, so I will go and remedy that ASAP. Skincare has been an interesting journey. Last time I showed you all the products in my skincare shelves. Since then I have decided and come to the conclusion that I'm putting way too many things on my skin, causing it to become red, inflamed, bumpy, textured, and just not good. So I did a thorough cleanse. I Marie Kondoed my full skincare collection, and I now have only one product in each category, and I'm keeping things very simple. Before I would keep like one cleanser for daytime, one other cleanser for nighttime. None of that anymore. We are cleansing with just one cleanser because the less variety I feel you put on your skin, the better, because already as someone who does makeup a lot, I'm putting so much stuff on my skin. We're having a big shift in the skincare mindset in this household, so it's been really interesting actually. I feel like it is helping my skin honestly, but I'm gonna keep up with it and get back to you later on how I progress. But because of this, I have narrowed my skincare down to like just 5 products, which I'm gonna quickly rapid fire mention to you so that later you have some context. I've been using the You to the People cleanser. day and night. SK2 facial treatment essence if I feel like I need a toner, not all the time at all. Farmacy honey halo moisturizer, one of the best for my skin. And finally for sunscreen, Episoft. And if I want something more heavy duty, then I'm using Isdin. So that is it for my skincare. Like, I am not using anything else, no serums, nothing. I am doing a full detoxification. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, I'll get back to you on the update on that, but I really hope this fixes my skin. I think I mentioned even in the last vlog just how clogged and irritated my skin is. So it was a dire time that needed very big, impactful changes. Oh my god. Talking is so exhausting. Let's move on to maybe something unrelated, just to keep things spicy. The sunglasses that I've been wearing non-stop. This is the Rayban sunglasses that I've been sporting all of the time. You will often find me looking like this. The shape of this one is just perfection. I'm gonna leave the model number. So yeah, these have been my favorite sunglasses of late. I even bought this cloth pouch from Anoki because I'm notorious for just like putting it into my bag, sans protection. I had a really long think about what music and what tracks have been like playing on repeat. There's this one song called Sexy to Someone by Kayno. I love her. But this song, just in the past 5 days, I've probably heard it like 60 times. It's so good. I don't know, something about it just makes me want to like dance. And I've also been listening to a lot of Men I Trust and the Marias. They're just like some of my favorites I listen to all the time. So you see, they have like very similar sounds. I've been really enjoying that. Something that's been kind of new in my life. I have spoken about how I've become like a little bit scared of turbulence, and so when I'm in the flight, sometimes already enter the flight and feel anxious, and then I'm watching an anxiety inducing TV show because I can't ever watch anything chill apparently. So I've had to find other ways to keep myself distracted, and reading is also sometimes not possible when you're in that disturbed state of mind. So I've been playing solitaire. It's actually really fun. The app is straight up just called Solitaire. And something else that I've been enjoying is Sudoku. They have been actually such favorites of the last few months. Oud Arabia's Mukhtalif has made a return into my life. I finished it and I was dearly missing it, and then I kept trying not to purchase it because I was like, oh my god, Sephora just gifted you so many perfumes, do not be crazy and go buy this perfume. But honestly, I missed it so much. The smell is intoxicating. I just needed to have it. So it is back in my life and it's all I've been wearing. Despite all of the perfumes I now have, this is the one I use the most. It is just me in a bottle, okay? Go and buy it. However, maybe don't trust me if you're not a oud person, because then you may not like it. Maybe now is a good time to talk about books. This quarter, I feel like I've not been reading too much because things have been really hectic. The last few books I did manage to read though were Yesteryear, which was actually really nice. It makes you wonder, question, think about a lot of different things that I feel like as a society we actually should think about. So I really enjoyed it, but I feel like the building up to the climax was maybe a little bit too long. I wish the book was slightly shorter. I feel like it would have had a better punch, but still such a good book. And then I was like, let me try Strangers by Belle Burden, and this was like the complete opposite reading experience because I could not bear that book. I just couldn't read it. I couldn't get through it. I had to DNF the book because of the short sentences and the author just speaking at you rather than taking you along for what happened or like how she's feeling. She doesn't show you, she just tells you, and you're just sitting there like reading it like without feeling anything almost. And after a point I was like, I kind of feel like I know where this book is gonna go because it's obviously an autobiography, so there's not much pushing you to read it. So I DNF'd that book, and then very hesitantly I decided to give Heart the Lover a chance. This one was again the complete opposite reading experience as the previous book because this one shook me to my core. I had to finish the book in the span of a singular day because of how gripping the story was. I needed to know what was going to happen to Jordan. It just moved me in ways that I can't even describe. I was crying, I was smiling, I felt so invested in the characters, and I just was like rooting for them. I just really like the shifting in timelines and the way that, like, you know, the book talks about so many different feelings. I just loved it so much, and I highly recommend it if you haven't read it yet. Later I found out that it's in the same universe as Writers and Lovers, so I started reading Writers and Lovers. It doesn't have the same hit that Heart the Lover had for me, so I've kind of fallen off of it. I will pick it up again though. Talking about books naturally lends itself to talk about movies now. So the movies I watched have been so fire. I feel like few years ago the movies that were coming out was so bland. You were just watching it and half knowing exactly what was going to happen, and so you were just like, whatevs, I don't care that much. But these days the movies are so thought-provoking. They make you really question so many things, the morality of things, the what are we doing of things, you know. And I've been really enjoying it. I got a MUBI subscription also, so on there I watched Sentimental Value, I watched The Worst Person in the World, both of which made me bawl my eyes out. The Worst Person in the World was like just phenomenal. It just touched me. Even there's this movie called forgot what is it called? There's this movie called Aftersun, which also is so tender. It just makes you feel so many feelings. It was just so beautiful. So I feel like MUBI has been really rocking my world. But even outside of that, I feel like going to the theater is coming back, which I love. I've always been such a big movie theater person. Going to the cinema is just so nostalgic for me. As someone from Chennai, I feel like it was just one of the biggest pastimes we had, and so going to the cinema just feels so special. And I watched Obsession, and not just watched it once, I watched it twice. It was that good. And then I watched Backrooms. In the theater I was like, what is going on? But later, once I read up a little bit about it, I was like, oh, actually that's like so good. Although it's like probably of all the movies I mentioned, I would rate this still lower. And finally yesterday I watched Disclosure Day, and oh my god, the way that movie made me sob. I don't even know why. The story and the plot is not like something you immediately like relate to because it's so nuanced and so like far-fetched and alien, but it is just beautiful. Emily Blunt's acting was so phenomenal, and I love that the movie makes you question so many things, like the morality, the ethics, whatever's going on in the film. You have to go watch it for you to get what I'm trying to say. But it touches on so many different things like religion and faith and who we believe, what we believe, why we believe in things, you know? Yeah, it's just so good. I need to go and watch it again, I've decided, so I can really soak it up. Anything that makes me cry is like an instant 10 on 10 for me, what I've gathered about myself now. Mind you, after like 29 years of living. So, fashion brands that I've been really loving, pieces rather that I've been really loving, because I've started playing pickle and working out generally more. Bird Eye Activewear is all I ever wear, so I'm gonna give them a huge shout out here. Nothing fits this curvy girl like Bird Eye. I don't know how they manage this, but it's supportive without being like, oh my god, I can't breathe, but it also hugs you. The only caveat an issue that I have with it is that sometimes the flow leggings can become a little bit slippery. Like you'll wear them on, but then I feel like they slide down on you. Other than that though, 11 on 10. It is literally all I wear. Along with that comes the shoes I wear to work out. I wear asics gel kayno number 14. They are so good, so comfortable, and just so good for like any and every activity. I also really like the colorway and style that I got. I got it in Hong Kong. For my PT sessions, I do work out barefoot. They're so cool that sometimes you just want to wear it for the looks, like with random outfits too. Yeah, those are my clothing and accessory favorites in this quarter. Finally, I want to touch a little bit on my personal wins. Just in this 1 month, I've done one event with Benefit. I'm sure you guys have seen, which was with like everyone. We had thrown the event open to all my followers, and so many of you guys came, and the whole event and experience was so surreal for me. I was just there like, you guys are here for me, like that. I just still can't process it, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for so long, and for it to be pulled off in this way with a brand I really love and have been using literally since like my first ever makeup purchase, it's just so special. And I really feel like I should pat myself on the back for that one. Even for the event we did with Floud, this was the first event that I was guest listing and inviting creators to come and experience the brand, and for that brand to be Flout, who I've gotten to know so well since like working together with them. I don't know, I just feel like both of these were really special days for me from this month, and something I want to remember, because these are like the first times I've done these things. Yeah, shout out to myself and the people who helped me make these things happen, whether that's the brand people or Shea Number 2 or my agency, whatever, all the people that have directly, indirectly supported and brought this about. I just feel so happy about it. And last thing is actually the photo I mean, it's not a photo shoot. We actually spent 14 hours me and my agency shooting some content for the app that they have launched. Me being the model just doesn't come naturally to me, because I shoot all the time just by myself in the bathroom or max in my bedroom. So for me to be surrounded by like a crew of people with such heavy duty lights and a big camera setup and all this stuff is deeply uncomfortable. As someone in the creative space, I've always been on the backside of that. In my school, in my batch, I feel like I was the photographer. I would just be walking around everywhere at like school cultural events and things, taking pictures of everyone, and a lot of my friends' profile pictures were clicked by me. So from that to then being at Fave, where I was like behind the camera, making sure every shot was like good to go, creatively directing things. Yeah, and then to being the model. Crazy. Like, I don't know what else to say. And honestly, I only said yes and only did it also and made it happen because I wanted to challenge myself and, you know, open up a different avenue for myself. Like, why can't I, you know, do this thing? And yeah, that's also something I feel like was a really big personal win for me. It's so special that all of you guys have been there and seen the whole journey and the trajectory of the things I'm saying, from where I started to doing these cool things now. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I don't know why my voice has become so low. Maybe it's a topic of conversation, or maybe it's just that it's really hot. Yeah, those are all my favorites for the past few months that I wanted to mention. I really hope you enjoyed this video and maybe found some new favorites yourself. I will see you very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.